don't hear you.
What's that? Who, me?
Chinese
Look at
Minecrafter.
that. I can't
What
even
the
tell.
fuck? What?
Can't even tell what's
Data
on here.
miners
Yeah.
are like Chinese Minecraft players.
They
They're not
are.
welcome in my stream.
That would Trump said? Yep. Is that a sneeze?
Why does none of these like start?
This ain't PTSD, dog.
Already 12 songs?
What about it?
I'd rather not.
I don't trust Nexon with a foot pole.
I already
waiting.
did that. I converted it.
I'm waiting for something to drop that's just gonna piss everyone off here in the next 2 months. There's only one company I hate more than Nexon, that's Hi-Res. You can't hate them. I love Microsoft. They are a great company and great people. I am not saying this under duress.
'At least I can say this: I hate Xbox more than Microsoft.
Purpose?
I want to make a joke off of that, but I definitely can't say that here.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
We got him.
Hadouken!
Sure, you can.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, chat. How's it going? Okay, let me get the tweet out and grab you guys les sauce. We should be good to go. What was yesterday's sauce? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, hold on. Thank you, Burning. Yep, okay. My instincts were correct. All right, the tweet is live. Do me that favor, chat. Go give it some love. Ah, this music is so similar to a Bleach soundtrack. Well, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, so I'm not surprised. They were both somewhat popular around the same time. I'm sure their sounds are somewhat similar. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good today. Wait, what happened? Chat, what did you do to Aurelia? Chat, what did you do to Aurelia? Chat. Did you kill Aurelia? Huh. That's intriguing. All right, we're going to close that down. We're going to give that a minute to reboot. That's a first. I've not had that happen. I literally checked her out like right before stream to make sure she was running well. Even tested some of the commands on her. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. 2. I can't count it. 4. I can't count no more. Comes after 3. 4. I can only count to 4. Where's Bunny Aurelia? Well, I don't have one yet. That's actually Bunny Aurelia on the screen right there. So originally I got this piece done, and it was both Aurelia and Lartoria, and I have 2 different variants with the eyes. Legend has it there's even a mysterious third variant. But yeah, it is what it is. Was it the dance that crashed it? Is that what it was? I'm sorry for the big box there. Here, hold on. Just don't loop the dance if possible. No, like something went weird because I looked back and all of a sudden Warudo was like just it doesn't even have anything loaded. Okay, now she's there. Like I said, I have no idea how that happened because I legitimately was just doing this dance. There's no reason that it would crash it or anything like that. And I know this because I've left the thing doing this like for like 48 hours plus, even with a high like load. So something just glitched out and caused an issue, but it's totally fine. Also, Kato, I did not get the chance to upload your emotes. I'm sorry. I will though. Kato got me a couple more emotes, chat. Okay, so I believe we are good to go here. Get this party started. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. All right. Sorry about that. Let me grab you guys today's sauce. Is right here. Tis a good one. Don't say sorry. I always say sorry. People think that saying sorry is a sign of weakness. Saying sorry is a sign of actually like consideration and care. It does not make somebody weak. There is today's art. Go give the artist some love. Hope you enjoy the art. I had already seen it even when you pinged it to me. Usually when chat pings me, I've already seen most of them, either from myself scouring Twitter or from probably somebody sending it to me ahead of time. But I still highly recommend that you guys do ping me because basically, if I happen to have not seen it somehow, you will have managed to have found something that is a diamond in the rough. So it's a sign of empathy. Oh, 100%. And I am definitely an empathetic person. Mostly. There are some things where I would consider myself not empathetic, but it's instead just due to the case of like I'm aware of what their condition or circumstances are, and I just don't care because it seems like it's a self-inflicted issue. That sort of thing definitely happens all the time. Okay. So I was just doing some of the 5 AP missions, trying to knock them down some. That's what you guys see right here. I think I'll probably be like stuck on that for a little bit, but I may be capped out. Did you see the music video I pinged you in? Yes. I thought to ping you just in case. Yeah, and this is hilarious, right? Because usually the easy way to tell is if I liked it or retweeted it. So if you go to my page, you'll be able to see if I did. But yeah, it's totally fine. Like I said, I don't mind. I don't mind the pings for Lartoria art. Where is Bunny Cad? I definitely don't have a bunny for me, but there is a bunny behind me, and there is also well, like we said, a bunny for the starting screen. All right, so we're actually not capped out. I am totally done with the event, though. I have literally nothing left to do on that front. So we are doing good, and I suspect that I just got capped out on Embers here. I think what we were doing was this. Hold on, chat. Wait. Huh? God, why did it arbitrarily pick some in the middle there? Doing a bunny ears cat asset now? Go for it. Chat's been asking for a faux hat one as well. Hello, Aniko. That is nice art, as always. You guys know I only give you the best stuff. Especially since it's Lartoria by the goat Shiki. Yep. Yeah, no. It's really funny because I think I even used that one on stream not that long ago. And usually, so like, chat, most of the time, the artwork that I have on stream, I will just go ahead and admit this to you, I have not asked the artist for permission for. And the reason why is because artists are really bad at answering their DMs. And most of the time, even though it's a like harmless interaction, they'll straight up say like no, just because they're used to like scammers and grifters and stuff like that. So all I do is I basically just say, you know, like if anyone ever does object and they're like, hey, can you remove it? I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't care. Like, and if anything, that just tells me don't interact with that artist anymore. They're somewhat of a tightwad, right? Like, because I have had like one artist, I think in all of my 6 years that did that. And I was like, yeah, I'm never interacting with them ever again, which is funny because I was considering getting a commission from them. So I never did. So it's one of those stupid things where had they just been kind, it would have probably been okay. But because they weren't, they got nothing. But yeah, so like most of the time I don't have permission, but Shiki is one of the ones I absolutely do. There are a handful of artists that like I've used their art so many times that I have sought permission from them just because it was not like a one-off thing. And Shiki's definitely one of them. And as you guys know, Shiki's done stuff for the channel as well, several commissions for me, so Shiki's actually a really fun artist to work with, which I believe he's in the middle of preparing for Kamaket 104, because I think that's later this actually I think it's next week. So he should be doing stuff for that, and I think he even got a new doujin, a new spicy doujin out for it. I got lucky in NP2 Okitan while rolling for the last copy of the 4 stars, but got Tametomo Spook. Nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people be like, hey, you know, like the 4-star rates in FGO are garbage. And I'm like, they're really not. They're perfectly fine. It's just one of those deals where like, basically we have like these like joint rate ups and that just makes it atrocious. It ends up cutting the rate actually in half. Let me think here. What do I want to do with my AP since we're done with the event and I don't need any more points even? Hmm. I probably should go farm stuff. So let me see how I'm doing here on some of my resources. How are my 6.5 mats? We're certainly low on those. We're doing okay on bells. Shells. Oh man, those shells are atrocious. I'll have to do something about the shells eventually, but I'm gonna try to slow walk it until we get Ordeal Call. Because I don't even know if there's anything big coming up in that regard. Like, I need to actually run through my Chaldea app and see. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be off into yonder 6.5 again. Whoop. Shells are in the tickets. Yeah, that too. So like I will naturally just get a couple in order to like tide me over. So I'm not super worried about it. Ooh, now I can definitely use a summer skadoodle here. I'll probably leave that comp up. And I think we'll do that. And I think we'll do... Where's Charlet? What am I listening to? Oh, that's too much. Guess I could do a 4-star. There's no real reason to do it, but I may as well. Yeah, screw it. We'll just go with charge. I don't even need it. Okay. Yeah, my entire point in all of this is actually to bond MHX right now. I need her bonded up because she's going to be the next 120 project, and I should be done here with Castoria within the month. So I basically need MHX done so that I can actually like work on her. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Need to do that. The good news with Charlemagne's pretty much just going to be an auto loop here, so this is not going to be difficult. I got NP3 Oki to Summer and 0 Charlotte Anastasia's. Oof. Big oof. Hello, Katana. How's it going? Wait, did we get a gift sub? Oh, someone gifted Aurelia bot. Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, I probably need to like give a permanent sub to Aurelia bot. I need to think about that because like you only get, I think it's like 3 permanent subs on your channel throughout your entire like lifespan of your channel, which is kind of rough. And unfortunately, I think I gave one to like Nightbot or some shit. But I think it would be better if I gave it to Aurelia bot because that's my own actual account. So I at least have control over that one and can like the way a lot of streamer bots work is they actually pipe themselves through a existing account. So like you can either do it through your own account or through a like bot account that you've created. So it's probably safer for me to give a permanent sub to her account. Hello Anubis, how's it going? When is JP Annie? It starts tonight. So literally at 9 p.m. tonight, my time. So you guys know I usually start around 7, so it's actually 7:30 right now. So basically JP's anniversary festivities are going to begin in an hour and a half from here. And we'll be going over to Mr. Two Love Trouble for that. Ted, you no need eggs or chains for the 90 plus. I certainly could probably beef up on eggs a little bit. Let me actually double check that. Hello, AK. How's it going? I definitely don't need chains. That much I'm sure of, but yeah, chat, do you think I need chains? That's way too much. Finally finished my Charlie to 10, 10, 10. Nice. Yeah, I haven't even bothered with my Charlie too much. I think I have his skills at like 6 right now because I'm just using him to farm this particular node. Where are my eggs? Eggs, I'm at 37. Let me pop open my Chaldea app here. It's probably going to scream at me to update because I haven't opened it in a hot second. Support Destiny Order Summon. I don't need that. Oh. Ooh. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for the gift subs. Also, hold on, chat. Okay, I think that should work. I'm not like getting my pop-ups. For some odd reason, the bot that I am using is not like I literally have to refresh the cache every stream, and I keep forgetting to do it because it's something that like I haven't had to do before with any of my bots. I'm getting to the point that I actually need a pre-stream checklist, whereas like before I never used to need that because I've been doing the same things for years. Okay, so statistics, and like I said, this isn't totally up to date here, but you can see I don't really need a whole lot into the future. Where are my eggs? There are my eggs. Okay, so upcoming here, Proto Merlin's actually already done, so we'll go ahead and we'll update her. She is 10, 10, 10, and I also did 10 here, so she's totally done so there's only even one more unit that I have projected that even needs them for Ascension, and that's not till next summer, so I'm good in that regard. Basically, my Skadoodle is done as well. She is also 10, 10, 10. I don't know if I've unlocked her append. I don't think I have, so I'll leave that undone for right now. So that's, yeah, it's literally just Joanna. Next year, I'm going to need 45. I am not concerned at all about Locusta. Locusta will just exist on a banner that I will be rolling. And then, let's see, is anybody here actually pivotal? I've got Morgan, which... Okay, it's Morgan, but it's Morgan assuming that I haven't done, or that I've unlocked the other appends, and right now I haven't, so that's safe. So Riku needs some... Yeah, like none of this is too terrible, so we're actually pretty okay. I literally just need the 45, and I need 45 eggs by next year. Like this is... Johanna is literally next Valentine's Day. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm absolutely good on eggs for right now. And this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's calculated pretty much to a T, right? Like, it's not a huge deal. And that's also why, like, so if I subtract owned and subtract event, you can see it goes away. Even if I take out the owned and only just leave event, it still doesn't appear. So that means that, like, events will just automatically clear my requirement. So, yeah, we're good. Always nice to have that. Like, and that's one of the reasons why I advise you guys to always set that stuff up, because like I'm sitting here and I'm only at 37 eggs, right? And so you'd be like, oh man, don't you need eggs? And the answer is no. No, I actually don't. This is all calculated to a T, and I am perfectly okay. My eggs will just continue to go up from here. Famous last words? Nope, that's what planning does for you. That's why you have to actually plot this stuff out. It really does help, and it really does allow you to have clairvoyance. The shells are probably another concern, which actually, let me double check that as well. And I think even if I subtract owned, yeah, shells are one of the few materials that I actually do need. So Summer Gareth, I'm not done with her, so I won't update her yet. Same thing with Summer Eris and Summer Wu, so they can stay on the list. I believe they're all ascended, so... Well, no, they're not. That's a lie. So that's definitely a concern. I might run out of eggs in that, or shells in that regard. But then from there, like basically drawing that line in the sand, it's just everybody going forward is next summer. So there's nobody else that needs it for Ascensions. Active skills, you've already come out, you're done. I can actually update her. She is actually I think she's 10-10-10 is what I did with her. So in that regard, we're a-okay. So she's off the list. The Valks, I believe the Valks are off the list. So basically going forward, yep, it's all just next summer. And next summer I definitely need a hefty amount, but out of all of these, the only critical amount is right there. I certainly would like to get Summer Kuro up just for demonstrative purposes, but the rest of these are, I'm just going to say, non-essential, where, like, yes, they're nice, I would like them, but no, I don't require them. This one is arguably a requirement, but still not too bad, so. Like I said, it's probably going to end up being somewhere around, like, 200 shells will be the amount that I need for next year. That'll be annoying, but I can certainly get to that fairly quickly and easily. Shells are not hard to farm, and like I said, when Ordeal Call comes out, the only node that you guys are even going to have really for a while to actually run is going to be QP and shells, and that's it. Like, so if you don't need QP, the only thing you can actually farm with the Ordeal Call nodes is shells, so I'm going to try to walk into Ordeal Call with as little shells as possible. Plus, we also get a shell lotto, so. Since when did Chaldea get a PC client? That's how it started. It's always had a PC client. It has had a mobile app and a PC client, and then now it has a web client. The web client is the newest. I don't know. You know, I say this. I don't know if it had the mobile app before the PC client. Hello, Maxi. How's it going? Wait, what lotto has shells? The one in November? No, not the one coming up. I wish, but no. I believe it's either Ilia Fest or it's our Christmas from last year, and I'm trying to remember. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, right, we were looking for Summer Skadoodle. Summer Skidoo. I did see someone ask at the beginning of stream, sorry for not getting back to you, but like, can you farm with an NP1 summer comma? And the answer is yes, but like trying to farm like 90 plus probably not. Like that sort of thing is difficult. Maybe if you have like a damage she, certainly, but like I've warned people before, it's like you're not going to have a damage she for every single one. And all the people that were T-posing and dunking on like 90 plus is so easy, I don't know why people were complaining. Just wait till the second node of that lotto and they start going, what the fuck is this node? Why the hell can I not run this? Hello, Zaruku. How's it going? Strategist and tax calculators to grunt? I wish. I wish I could have a more simple life. Honestly, chat. Yeah, obviously you get paid more for a more like complex job, but it's also more stress. To a degree, there's something to be said about just having something simple to do. That second note is ass. Oh, it definitely do be. Like, you will see some people doing it, and you will see some people even doing it 6-slot. They're just going to be rare, and it's going to be people that have usually like a 120 unit that's pretty stacked. Maya Sakamoto singing? Yes. But yeah, no, it's just a case of, like I said, we kind of know that this is how this is basically going to be how the 90 plus nodes are going to go. I do think that they're certainly not like anything you guys need to get like anxious over or try to roll like differently for, because I've tried to say this to you guys as much as humanly possible, but if you end up at a point where you can't do a 90 plus node, or you just can't do it as efficiently as you would like, just step down. There literally is no problem with it. Like, it's not worth rolling just for the sake of being able to do the node efficiently, because the difference in efficiency between two nodes is minuscule. It's really not a big deal. Need another summer skadoodle, preferably one with 15% bond. No! So many people and not a one has it. Ah, there we go. Max got me. I'm straight up skipping the second 90 plus plus, just 90 plus for me. I mean, even the 90 plus is not that good. My advice for that lotto is pretty much going to be to get all of your earnings in like the first or the third round. Like, it's not that you can't farm that round, it's just going to be try to like downplay it almost, because it's just not like even the materials in the 90 plus are not that good for that round. What mats does the node drop? I don't remember. I just remember both of them are bad. Both the 90 plus and the plus plus for that. Unless you're asking this particular node that I'm farming. This one is, it's Reichenbach, and it basically drops both the 6.5 materials. Both the new mats for it. So that's why I'm farming it, just to get my hands on both of them. Joyous odor. Get all the CE drops round 1 and then go hard in round 3. Pretty much. Yeah, that's usually the strategy in general. I could also do the second 90 plus. That's my plan. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not like you can't farm during that round. It's just because the materials are not nearly as like lucrative, odds are most people are probably just going to say F it. Deuce. Sorry, Deus, thank you for the 17. I always call you Deuce, I'm sorry. But how's it going today? And check, we get some love. Thank you, Burning. Seeds and Scarabs, Lanugos, and Horseshoes. Yeah, so basically, like, both of them are all old-time mats. If you're a newer player, that could certainly be useful to you. But if you're a veteran player, that's just, like, straight-up ass. Most people are not going to need those. Ah, there we go. Knights Ray Earth playing. Yep. Almost spent on apples and an A right now? Really? Like, were you just popping apples like crazy? Because, like, my advice to you guys, again, is if there's truly nothing going on that you need, make blue apples. Like, technically today, that would be the case here. But, like, I actually do kind of need to farm 6.5 a little bit more, just so I can finish off some of the units. But after I get, like, basically Cream and Charlie done, there's really no pressing need for me to acquire any of it. Like, the only other unit I think I even have in my inventory that will use these materials is what's his face that I got off the GSSR, Don Quixote. Yeah, DQ is the only other one that I even have that'll use it. And there will be some upcoming units that do kind of sneak them in, but like usually it's not so significant that you can't just get it done with like the amounts that you keep getting from campaigns and events. It ends up not being a big deal. I need to escape mid-game, but I'm always just short on QP. Yeah, QP management is definitely an issue, particularly when you like get everybody leveled up, for instance. That starts to lessen the amount of QP you're spending, because then you don't have these like interim costs. You're only leveling when you get a new unit, and that drastically cuts down on things. Plus, it's skills, right? Working on people's skills over time is definitely going to be one of your biggest QP things, just bar none. So that's something that everybody can strive for, but until you get to a point that you start getting ahead on your farming needs, you can probably bet that QP will not like that QP will continue to bother you, right? With that being said, the more robust your account is, and I do actually advise you guys to do this sort of thing. The more robust your account is, the less you need any particular unit. So think about that. So like, for instance, chat, I got Lancer Ibaraki from my GSSR. She was not in my plans. She is sitting on my account. Have I leveled her? No. Will I? Yes. Do I need her right now? No. So she's not a priority and she's just sitting there on the back burner. So in that regard, like, I don't have to use any QP or resources on her. She can wait until I get to like a lotto or something and I'm swimming in the resources and worried about capping out. August 3rd, Summer 9, new servant, please. We probably will get news here this stream. Like I said, it's what they did last year, and I'm not going to be surprised to see them do it again, because I think they want to justify people watching both days. And that's why, like, if people think that you're not going to get an announcement today, I'm going to laugh, because I almost can guarantee you that you will. You will get at least some sort of news today. Checked my Chaldea, and besides bones and fangs, which need 500 plus, I only need 100 plus hearts and shells. Shells are a nasty one, but we are in a very good position since we know we have that shell lotto coming, plus ordeal call. So if you guys are just starting the game, shells are a huge issue. If you've been playing, shells are not going to be that big of an issue. The event is just today and tomorrow, right? What, for NA, or are you asking about like Annie? And Caliente, thank you for the 16 months. And Frostwolf, thank you for the 34. Sorry if I missed both of you. Hope you guys are both doing good. In chat, can we get some more love? Hearts are real ass for me. Understandable. Farming gold mats suck. Yeah, and that's usually what I advise you to not do, right? Like, don't go sit on a free quest for gold mats if you can help it. I mean, if it's legitimately the only thing you need, there's no harm in it, but the rate is really low. And while it might be your only alternative in the short term, this game has always been a game of patience. And that's, I think, the number one issue that people have. And like, so when I see people and they come into the game and they're like, oh my God, the farming, it takes so long. It's so terrible. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's the end game. So my advice to people is to change the way that they think about the game and just realize that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you start trying to sprint, you will burn out, and you will end up crashing, and you'll end up quitting. So my advice is instead to measure yourself, pace yourself, and don't get in such a hurry. I think the temptation is like when you see someone like me that's been playing for years and you're like, oh, I want the capability and like sort of like account status that like CAD has. You can certainly aim for this, but you're not going to get here overnight, no matter what. Even if you were to start like right now and you just started wailing and you like went crazy on it and you started farming a crap ton of boxes in the lotto, you still won't catch me. You will never catch me. That's the issue. I just have sheer advantage of time on you. But the interesting thing about this is you can get very close. You can get to a point where the only true advantage I have on you are grails, gold foes, crystallized lores, and that sort of thing. Right? Like, so just actual time limited materials. Like RuneScape Classic. That's a good way of thinking about it. And I think like every gacha game is that way to an extent. But that is why like people that chew them up and farm them so much, they end up in such a like weird spot where they go like, okay, but there's no more content. What do I do? And it's like, well, you quit because you killed all the content, right? Like, so it's better to, if possible, try to like pace yourself and like measure yourself so that you don't go crazy. By the way, we did have maintenance for JP yesterday, so I assume there's stuff already out. I have heard rumblings that there's already data mines. I will ask chat to like refrain from any sort of spoiler on that front. What am I doing? In my brain, I'm going back to Trom, but in reality, I need to come down here. Sleepy Ash, thank you for the 13. I am well. A little bit. I'm hopped up on caffeine, so I'm gonna be fine. We're gonna be doing community night later here. We're gonna be basically doing Gary's mod. We're gonna be doing prop hunt. So if you guys want to get a head start on that, go ahead and get it downloaded. But yeah, I'm good because I'll have energy for tonight, but I'm gonna crash and burn after this because I'm chat still from the debut. I'm exhausted. I told you guys, I basically ended up working, practically for the past like 3 months on this, and in particular, these last 3 weeks were hell. Were like for instance, I gave you guys the example of the Saturday before debut. I worked 19 consecutive hours. So like, it happens. But that is where like, yeah, I have a point of like exhaustion where even as much as I attempt to will myself forward, there will be a point at which my body goes like, nah, you need a break. There's also something but nothing like new servant or something in the data as far as I was able to tell. Only some functions, but not getting into it. Yeah, that's fine. Jeez, cat, I know. It is what it is. I like I've said before, you guys know I work a ton on this. And that's why like this weekend, so like I'm probably gonna be streaming with you guys Sunday, but I think like even before the stream, because we'll have anniversary stuff, right? But I think even before the stream, I'm probably going to go over to my parents and like just kind of like relax and like have a meal with them because I haven't been able to do that in a couple of weeks now. And probably Saturday I'm just gonna be vegging out, watching Mr. Two Love Trouble as he covers the content for JP, and I will be probably just sitting there vegging out, playing some video games and making sure I get caught up on some sleep, because that's really all I can ask for at this point. I need rest in that regard. I need to force myself not to work rather than to work. Biggest thing we saw were the remaining Anni CEs. Wait, did we actually get to see that? Or you're saying that was from the data mine? Do you think NA might release the next Interlude Imaginary Scramble edition before the Halloween event to get to the ladder closer to the holiday date? Wait, the next... Are you asking, are they going to give us Imaginary Scramble before the Halloween event to make Halloween closer to the holiday date? I don't know. I haven't looked at the actual timing of that. I need to like sit down and think about how they're going to be plotting things. But to be fair, they did give us the roadmap. I need to like look at it again. But like, for instance, I know they said it was like early September's Gudaguda. So we have dead time, chat. that's all I'm gonna say. Like, yeah, maybe they give us a main interlude in that time period, but it's not a big deal, and you guys don't have to like rush to complete it or anything like that. I can send you the image. Yeah, do it again if you would. Oh, people took pictures at the venue. I got you. Okay. So these are all the remaining ones. Yeah, I think I saw Trubs was covering this and I wasn't sure what he was doing. So, I mean, some of these we've definitely seen. There's our MHX one. Well, that's going to be a get. That's probably going to be a get. So there's my 2 Saber faces. Abby. Wait, is that Mount Nobu? I don't think I saw this one. Like, I feel like I saw the outline for it, but somehow I hadn't seen that, like, who it actually was. Ah, yes. I do like the Andromeda one, though. They gave her the thick hips for this. Honestly, I like Breedomart, but I don't like this design for her. I think it looks bad. Musashi's definitely nice. That's Dante's. That Boudica? Wow, Wow, the glasses and the hair down look so much different. And I assume that's Marie Alter. Oh, I like the Izumo one. That's nice. Yeah, that Barcast one is legit ridiculous. Especially, and the only reason why it's ridiculous to me is like, obviously it's hot, right? But like, no, I don't see Barcast sneaking up on anyone. Like they gave her like the knife and like the stealth suit and everything, and I'm like, nah, I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, Mama Raiko is definitely nice. Raida giving us the god tier thigh yet again. This is the second time he's done that with her. I wish they would actually turn some of these into outfits. Like actual ravioli, they give the follow. Yeah, definitely interesting to see. Fox will be delighted with that. Oh yeah. Yeah, and since it's only 2 saber faces, I might take non-saber faces for this, because usually I always take saber faces for an A, right? But when it's JP, I start going like, I don't know, right? Because like I know I'm going to get the same ones on an A, so why not collect a different one on JP? But we'll see. I'll let my diviner be the guide. No Rin faces, that's rare for these outfits. Yeah, I mean, I was remarking that without MHX there, we were only going to get a single saber face. And I know chat's thinking like, oh, well, Cad, you always get saber faces. Why would you complain about this? I'm like, because there's like 30 saber faces in the game, it's actually really difficult for them not to select at least 2 of them, right? Like, I'm not saying they can't. There's certainly a lot more than that, but usually on average, there's at least 2. And so that's why I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. What the hell did I do? Okay, this is gonna be a spicy meatball here. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do double Castoria NP here. Only one Sakura face? Yeah. I mean, and this is, I've said it before, I'll say it again. As much as people maybe like don't want to see the big 3, they maybe are tired of it. I think FGO is at its best when it actually does center around nostalgia. Like, it doesn't need to be a constant nostalgia trip, but it shouldn't ever go too long without tapping into the nostalgia. I think if it does, it just risks alienating people. How about one saber face per account and then one non-saber face in return? Wait, what do you mean? like I'm not saying that the entire thing needs to be saber faces, right? I'm just saying that I'm surprised that we only have that we going into the final stretch there only had the one. Summer Erish, yeah. You can't swing a sword without hitting a saber face in FGO, pretty much. Except that would be difficult if they have intuition, because you wouldn't hit them. You would swing, and it would be in their general direction, but they would laugh at you. Why was my refund so bad there? Oh wait, no, that was the dragon. I'm sorry. I was sitting here thinking that I was on like that I was on wave 2, and I was like, hold on, I'm bricked for charge, and then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm fine with them releasing one of the big 3 here or there. I'm just hoping that for my wifey to get a second version someday. I think that's what a lot of people are hoping, right? Like, and that's where I can say, like, I think a lot of the pessimism for FGO truly comes from is people that are like, man, like, for instance, I really like Oberon. Where's my summer Oberon or something like that? Or like, hey, I really like Atalanta Alter. When can I get an Atalanta Alter summer? And I think the fact of the matter is that, like, there's way too many question marks at this point, and people get, like, upset over that. They don't like the fact that seemingly the devs are being lazy in some regards. And I don't think it's necessarily laziness. I think the devs work their tails off. I think it's mostly just that regardless of that aspect, they basically just don't have the bodies. That's interesting that we're getting a data update right now at 8. The hell is this? You already have somewhere. Yeah, you have an outfit, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. So my understanding is the venue is open right now because it's like 9 o'clock in the morning over in Japan. So like the venue's open and they probably opened up the damage test is what this is. Because I was like, huh? Which I definitely need to do these. I'm just surprised that that they waited for that to do that, but interesting nonetheless. I guess they didn't want people planning that ahead of the time and then showing up to the venue and like blowing the socks off the challenge. Gonna be a late night tonight. Yep. I saw a shit ton of people at the venue in the picture. Oh yeah, no, like legitimately FGO is still hype. Like people will claim that it's not. People will claim that like it's not a big deal. The only place that FGO isn't big is over here in the West. And like it's all due to the bungling of it. I feel like if they had managed it a lot better, it would be a much more popular game. Though I will say I feel like it was always doomed to be less popular over here than it was in Japan. Well, staff, tight release plans from Nasu and Type Moon, etc. Yeah, and I think that's part of the issue is like what the fans want, what the player wants, what the consumer wants is not what the developers are going to give you. Most developers in a weird way actually will give you what you want, if you think about it, right? The issue with Nasu is that Nasu's so story driven that everything has to be like with lore in mind, and that is one of the reasons why Nasu doesn't give you that like thing that you want. So like you're sitting here going like, oh man, I really wanted Summer Morgan instead of Ask, and you got Ask instead. Why? Because Nasu wanted to turn it into a full-blown anniversary servant, wanted to make it have, you know, unique story and stuff. And it's funny because I know people are like, oh, well, he said that it was Takeuchi. I'm like, yeah, Takeuchi's not the writer, chat. Like, he can blame that on Takeuchi all he wants. I guarantee it was all him. So at that point, it's like, yeah, everything seems to be designed with story in mind. And I think that dictates who gets upgrades. I think that dictates what units get released. I think that dictates the order of release. And so, like, if you look at something like a Summer Airish and you wonder why you haven't gotten it, that's why. It is purely due to Nasu's choices. And I'm not saying this out of, like, malice. I'm saying this out of, like, this is just actually the way things are. And it is something that I think is interesting because it's definitely a different approach than most other developers do. I can stop myself. I made a JP account. Definitely stop yourself. The marketing of FGO and NA isn't even close to how they do it in JP. It's just a much more popular IP over there as well. I think Fate in the West has begun to languish some because it is basically not as like prevalent in people's eyes. So things like, for instance, oh, hey, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. Yeah, totally. That stuff is known that like those ideas came from things like Fate, like Berserk. Whereas over here in the West, we're just like, oh my God, Dark Souls and Elden Ring, that's fucking amazing and it's great. What do you mean it's like Fate? No, dude, you're such a hater. Like it's literally just ignorance is all it is. We can pick the Cs now. Nice. Did you redeem your seat? No, I have not. I haven't even done the missions to get the thing yet, so that's what we can go do now. It might not make as much sense as a business plan, but you can't deny that Nasu's direction has helped with Fate's success. No, I actually disagree. I can deny that. Now, hear me out. Nasu is solely responsible for the popularity of this IP. Nasu's insistence on micromanaging every aspect of it, while it has kept the lore from being a absolute travesty and mess, it has absolutely also held it back. Like for instance, chat, later this year, you are finally, after like 20 years, going to get your first ever official translation of Fate Stay Night in the West. That's fucking stupid. It should never have taken that long. Right? Like so that's an instance of Nasu absolutely held his own IP back. And why? Because Nasu didn't want to translate stuff. So some of the decisions that he makes do hurt the IP to a degree. But I do believe that it is always better to have the creator involved with the IP and invested in the IP, making sure that it is done right. Because I think if you look at things like, for instance, let's take Halo, for instance. The Halo TV show was total fucking ass, and it finally got canceled, thank God. But you look at the Fallout TV show, and the Fallout TV show at least is done a lot better because the people that were behind it seemingly cared about it. The director that they hired to handle the show also was a Fallout player and liked it and told all the actors that they needed to like get into the role and understand it and play the games. So that difference matters. Having your creators involved in the process, absolutely superior to not having them involved. But yes, there's definitely an upside and a downside to it. Like, the creators aren't necessarily business savvy. They're not necessarily somebody that, like, for instance, in the case of like a movie or a show, like maybe they wrote a manga, maybe they wrote a visual novel, and they're not used to that side of things. So there definitely can be like a downside to it. But again, I do think it's better to have them involved than not. It doesn't help that animes give the wrong idea of what type of series is in the West. Wait, what do you mean? Nasu is amazing, but not perfect. Right. And I will absolutely agree with that. I have the utmost respect for Nasu in so many ways, especially as a writer. But Nasu is probably not the deified god that the Tsukihime and Fate fandoms think that he is. Right? He's not perfect. He will occasionally make a mistake. And this can be evidenced by whenever he does change his lore, right? Perhaps he goes, I should have written it in a different way. Perhaps he goes, my taste in this has changed. Or perhaps he goes, no, that doesn't make as much sense now with the way that the plot has progressed. Either way, it's a thing. Cad, which anniversary CE are you picking? What makes you think that I already have the capability of picking it? So let's go in and do this. I have no idea what these nodes have. This is a level 20 node, though, so I'm not going to assume it's got very much in it. Is it using the event roster? Why? Why is it using the event roster? Screw it. Give me Zerker. Usually can't go wrong with that. Picked Okuni and Hoku just now. Nice. The idea of Fate in the West is mindless boom and explosion. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that like Fate is at this point perceived as a convoluted IP that's difficult to get into. That being said, chat, that's not always a bad thing. Some people search out that type of thing and absolutely love it because they want that complexity in the depth of their favorites, right? Oh, why are there 11 Nobus? Okay. Color me terrified. We're going to definitely try to get the Castorias online here. Gigic's fault? No, I mean, like, did Gigic have an impact? Absolutely. Can we put some of the blame on him? Absolutely. Is it his fault, though? No. Like, the IP is convoluted. I don't think it's nearly that difficult to get into. But I think the community does itself no favors when we go like, oh, bro, you should totally like skip Fate Stay Night and start with Unlimited Blade Works. Oh, bro, you should totally skip Unlimited Blade Works and start with Fate Zero. Oh, bro, you should totally skip all of that and instead start with Heaven's Feel. Oh, bro, you should totally skip all of that and start with Apocrypha. Oh, bro, you should totally skip all of that and start with Last Encore. Oh, bro, you should totally skip all of that and start with the visual novel. Oh, bro, you should totally skip all of that and start with Prilia. Like that's the issue with Fate. The community can't agree where the best start point is, and so everybody just has their own opinion on that, and it makes it difficult for a newcomer to get a straight answer. I don't like this. I'm gonna use one of the Castori MPs here. I get the feeling Nobukatsu's about to suicide bomb. Fate Zero did a lot of good for the franchise. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, I think Fate Zero gets way too much shit from people in the community. I definitely think we can talk about the tone of the writing and nitpick that, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people would have you believe. It's still probably my favorite watch out of all the animes. Who recommends Last Encore? Oh, I've seen it. Wait, the best start for Fate are not dojins? True. Perhaps that is how we should think. Gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep trying to keep the damage cranking on Musashi. Hopefully we get a Saber route remake. No, see, I still will tell everyone start with Fate Stay Night. Fate Stay Night is the most organic starting point for the series. I get that people don't like the fact that it's like it's Studio Dean, it's old, it's dated in its animation style, and it's a little bit of a slice of each of the routes. But that's actually why it's a good starting point. You get a taste of everything. Rather than like, oh, hey, like just go deep into one of the routes and then be totally perplexed when you start a different route as to why everything's different, right? That sort of thing I think can cause issues, but I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy. Is there going to be a stream later in the night from JP? Yeah, literally starting in like an hour, not even. It has something no other version has, the CGI dragon. You're not wrong. But like I said, if we're going to say Fate Zero gets too much shit, so does Fate Stay Night. I could still go back and watch Fate Stay Night. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh no, Studio Dean's style is terrible. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't actually think it's that bad. Like, especially in chat. Especially if you're somebody that's read the original visual novels with Takeuchi's style, Studio Dean does emulate that style to a degree. So if you're mocking Studio Dean's appearance, you're low-key also mocking Takeuchi, which I'm not going to say people don't feel that way on Takeuchi. There's definitely some that do. No, I don't want Oki to hear. Hold on. Something tells me I'm supposed to be taking the hard counter to this. Take Vitra. And instead of Black Grail. Let's take Sweet Crystal. I don't think damage is going to be the concern. I think it's going to be gimmicks. Dean anime is absolute ass. See, but that's the problem, right? It's not absolute ass. And I know because I've watched it multiple times. So that's the only reason that I say this. Like, the community does itself no favors with this sort of thing. You have people that will literally sit there and chat, where should I start Fate Stay Night? Everyone will throw in their 2 cents and then a fight will break out in chat. This is always how it goes. Is that MP charge or MP damage? I'm trying to remember. Because I think that's NP. Whatever. Just run it. I've got the full arch chain, so if I take 2 NPs, I take 2 NPs. only my opinion is correct and others must bend to my will. Right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and to a degree, look, I'll say this. That is the number one reason why I want a Stay Night remake. I do want a Stay Night remake purely so that we can all just point to that and say, start there. And then I can also say that anyone saying not to go to that point is just objectively wrong. So that's where, like, things will become a lot clearer if they actually do that for us. But will they? I don't know. I don't know, Chad. Read the VN? Yep. I mean, that's definitely why I'm waiting for it to come out here. I never watched the anime, only read the manga, but the game seems like it'd be fun to read. Yeah, it is. I think the reason why you don't immediately hear me like shill for the VN is I totally understand being on both sides of this coin. Like, I understand why people want people to read the VN, and I do think that if you have the time and you're open to the idea of doing a VN, the VN is just obviously the best choice. But I also feel like if you don't, then the VN is just objectively the worst choice. If you are somebody that doesn't have the time or the patience and you wish to consume media in a much more quick and compact form like anime, then yeah, telling people that want to watch anime to go read a VN is not going to work. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand about Fate. And just really in general, that topical matter. Well, I guess I'm using Ishtar here. This is going to be like Saber Wars or something. Let's do that. You know what? Let's do that. It's only a level 80. Where's my moon cancer? Here? No, it's ruler. There. Yeah, we'll throw a BB in here on the back line. It's one-shottable? Okay. What's funny is the answer to where do I start Fate was already given by Nasu and Albert. As much as I don't like him, he also said read the VN. Oh my god, that's a shocking revelation that the author of the visual novel told you to read the visual novel. Kemba, thank you for the gift. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest, right? Like... And I'm not going to blame him for that, right? I think this is definitely something that it just makes a lot of sense. Let's do that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I am just shy. We're going to do it like that. Do the mighty chain. Try to get the most charge we can with BB here. I should have given her actual charge, an actual C. They give you Spishtar to fight Spishtarception. Yes. Yes, they do. Let's do it like that. And I'm going to pray to God that I manage to get back to an MP before Space Ishtar does. Imagine telling someone who wants to watch Lord of the Rings to read the books first. Yeah, and like, I can always say this, chat. Like, so for instance, oh, you like the Lord of the Rings movies? You should totally read the books. They're great. They absolutely give you even more detail. That's a different thing than, bro, why are you watching the movie? You need to start with the book. That makes no fucking sense. And that's why I never understand why anyone does that. Like, to a degree, it's better, like, instead of diving into the ice-cold pool all at once and suffering from, like, shock and then immediately trying to, like, get out but drowning instead, isn't it better to dip your toe in first? See how cold the water is? right? Like that's the same concept, the same idea. So it's why a lot of people, I think, don't quite understand this issue. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try to get Castoria back. Wait, you're a VTuber now? I am. I expect I'm gonna get this for the next like 3 to 4 months at least. Lord of the Rings book are actually really dry. I preferred the movie. It never happened to me before. Really? I don't think the Lord of the Rings books are dry at all. I can understand that they're maybe difficult to consume if you don't like the verboseness of the language or the complexity of it. But they're not dry in the slightest. I think the only issue I ever had with reading Lord of the Rings was in the third book. And that's because, so in the movies, you get basically Frodo and Sam, and you get, whatchamacallit. I'm just going to call it the Gondor arc, okay? So in the movies, you get it like this, where it goes like Frodo and Sam, then the Gondor arc, then Frodo and Sam, then the Gondor arc, then Frodo and Sam. In the books, it's Frodo and Sam, then the Gondor arc, then a tiny little bit of Frodo and Sam at the end. Like it literally, the movies pace it better because it actually like doesn't like you have an idea of when everything is happening rather than it just being like, oh hey, you totally thought that was gonna happen. Yeah, fooled you. Like you have no idea in the books of when each individual part is happening because it's just told to you in sequence. I remember watching the Hobbit animated film first. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is at least easier to read than Game of Thrones. I'll agree with that. I could not get through Game of Thrones. I got about halfway through the first book and I was just like, ugh. But like, I don't know. It could have also just been like, I think when I was reading it on vacation. And so like, it became difficult for me to focus on it as much. Bet that you will get one person in year one who is like, whoa, why is Cad a VTuber? Yeah, no, listen, chat, I get people that come back to the channel. I've been streaming for like 6+ years now at this point. So I get people that come back to the channel all the time and are like, hey, Cad, remember me? And I'm like, no. What do you mean? I'm senile. I don't have the memory of you anymore. No. In reality, usually I do remember people, but I will admit there's definitely some hard times to remember certain people, especially if they've been gone for a long period of time. Like, because I sit there and I go like, I mean, the sheer amount of faces, well, not faces, but names, I guess you could say, that I see in chat, with any individual stream is already a high count anyways. So trying to remember each individual over years and years and years, in which some of them you haven't even seen people, in which in some cases they may or may not have done anything actually significant in the channel. It happens. I totally forget people. And it's not like an insult or anything like that to them. That writer mission, which part of the story need to be unlocked? What do you mean? What writer mission? And so the other one that I have too is I literally have people that come into chat and they assume that like I know who they are, even though they have absolutely changed their name. Like they've changed it to something completely different, that there would be no way to associate you with that person. And then you're like, huh? Like I have no idea who you are. And then like it's funny because then all of a sudden someone's like, oh, I'm this person. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm sorry, again, like you can't blame me for that sort of thing. I don't know how the heck oh, if you mean this writer mission, I'm just going down the list and doing all the anniversary stuff on JP. You know, it's probably a single target one, but we're gonna put Big Man back here. And then I'm going to swap that for that. Of course he has to be in the front line. He can't not be. That's why I never change cat. No, that's fine. I don't even know who you are, meme, exactly. And that's the difficult aspect to all of this. It's not a thing of like, oh hey, like I'm ignoring you, or I have like I'm purposefully forgetful or something like that. You can't keep track of that many people. Like, and I wish I could. I think this is half the reason that my memory is so bad. I remember, 350 of the 400 servants from FGO at any given moment. I have obviously people that I have to remember like in real life and for work, and then I have all the people I have to remember for stream. Yeah, mistakes happen. I absolutely forget people from time to time. It's a thing. I'm sorry, chat. Yo, Cad, do you remember that I am also a Ruler Arteria fan? Yes. Yeah, like that I usually do remember. Certain people are very outspoken about their preferences, and if they are, then I do remember that. Unless they go a long period in time without mentioning it. Then there's definitely a little bit more of an issue. Oh, this is going to be nasty. If he gets a full bar charge, I'm going to be annoyed. Yeah, I got the Mystic Code cooldown thing with him as well, but whatever. Let's do that. And then do that. I really didn't get any cards for him, so it's probably best to just convert this into a pseudo invincible comp here. But the problem is going to be that he's going to kill. Like if he gets an NP off, I'm kind of screwed. This one was fun, I think, so that means it wasn't. I see Pretender class. Yes. Have you been gone from the game for a while, Mullet? Ruler Arteria is the greatest servant for critical. She's nasty with 40% attack up skill 1. Yep. Well, it's funny because I see a lot of people say that she's actually like one of the worst 5 stars in the game, and I'm like, no. No, I mean, like, I can understand that they do need to give her a damage buff. I'm not going to say that she's in the best spot, but no, I mean, like, if people can't seem to realize just how valuable her capacity to shuffle cards and crit is, that's their own fault. That's all I can say. I have an NP5 Draco, so my idea of fun's a bit warped. Understandable. Oh, this is going to get spicy. Well, I can certainly do this, but we're going to require the... Yeah, you know what? Screw it, Mighty Chain. We're just going to focus on regen here. I easily have enough. In fact, I probably could have just led with the arts card. That was a logical flaw there. You forgot? You got woo? Yes. Woo! No, I definitely knew. I just had no idea what this node was going to have because I'm going in blind on all of this. She's going to get it naturally. No, I think we have to prioritize his refund because, like, I don't have charge. I've used all of their charge skills at this point. And even though I have Proto Merlins and P ticking, I needed to go ahead and do it. Is there a stream tomorrow? From me, no. From JP, yes. You ever think they will have a skill to turn a unit's cards into a different one for a turn? We have a couple skills like that. Here it is, chat. Wave goodbye to my entire front line. Also, I think his guts wore off, so fantastic. Oh, wow. His guts is still there. Whee! Okay, this is gonna get spicy meatball level. He's got one turn. I mean, I can heal Tez, but this is definitely rough. And then wait, Tesla has Invuln Pierce, doesn't he? Am I been a hot second since I've used Tesla. Yeah, on his third skill. Okay. Fuck it. We do it live. We got the buff success chance. Oh right, his isn't targetable like what's her face is. Definitely gonna dodge her just so that she has the capacity to stay alive here. And that is just unfortunate. I got no Tesla cards here. There's really no benefit to any of this. It doesn't matter what cards I choose. Arteria Saber has a skill like that. Yep. And we're probably going to get at least one more unit that has something like that. Although, wait. I mean, I guess Aoko technically has a skill that changes one of her cards, but that's weird because it's more like a different form. Cad, do you know if during the, I'm not going to say that word, able to recycle the command cards for the defeated servants to use in available ones? Like command codes? I don't know. Like maybe? I never bothered with that. like obviously I did the content, but I never actually like bothered trying to command code and like shuffle all of that around. Mostly because there was no point to it, right? Sounds like too much prep for that. Yeah, I'm going to say if you have to go to that level, we definitely have some issues, right? Like, not in the sense of like, hey, like, you have no business being there, but in the sense of like, your account's probably under leveled enough that you should probably consider doing something about it. Even I didn't have to use command codes for it. Yeah, but counterpoint, you were stuck on it for how many months? Not that you were actually stuck, you just didn't do it. Kat, who are you putting for Archer and Lancer on Destiny? I mean, assuming we get it again on JP, right? I don't know. Like, you know, for NA, I basically just chose units that I didn't have. For JP, a lot of the time, my strategy for JP is different, as I usually, instead of going after units I don't have, most of the time I will actually instead target like higher NP levels at this point. But to be fair to me on that, I pretty much have like all of my NP levels intact at this point. Or sorry, most of the units that I need intact. So trying to get more NP levels just makes my account more robust. I don't necessarily need a new unit because I end up having just about everything. All right, chat, hold on. So you guys said we can pick the no god, not friends. Not friends. You guys said we can pick Le Ticket. All right, so I do have two. This is an easy thing then. Ooh. Wait, yeah, how is this? Is this like... The animation style for this is weird because I actually can't tell which Ascension this is. Like, is this supposed to be Ascension 2 and it's actually the male form? Because it doesn't feel like it's her third Ascension. But then it's weird because it's absolutely an outfit for a woman. It looks more like Nobukatsu cosplaying as her for some reason. Yeah. It only says Nobu, I don't know. Yeah, that's a little spicy. Oh, this is the Young King one. Yeah, it was obvious when we got the silhouette for this one that that it was him. Because we just had his outfit for summer. Now we at least get to see the backgrounds for each of these. So let's take a look here. Honestly, I'm really disappointed in this one. Just mostly because, like, out of all of these, this is the least busty that I've ever seen her look. And I think it's just because it's, like, the angle of the art. But, like, it's actually the least busty that I've ever seen the alter form look. Wait, is that Golden Boy? Hassan of the Shining Finger? I can't tell what they're trying to do with the background on some of these. Some of them are interesting. Yeah, there's the Oberon. I actually do really like this. Just because I like the potions and vials and everything that they're going for here. He looks like some sort of like field alchemist or something. And he looks pretty like steampunky. So it's definitely good artwork. That's the first ascension form? Oh no, I'm aware. But even her first ascension form still has some bust to it. And then they put Melisande in just a white sheet. I don't get that to a degree. Very nice. Yeah, they 100% went with the Kunoi Chi here. This actually looks even better close up because you get to see the fishnets and stuff. It feels like, honestly, it feels like it's meant to be like a Taimanen type deal. But so not Taimanen because while the background and everything looks like it's Taimanen, it feels to me more like what they're going for is Sengoku Basara. If you guys have ever seen it. So like straight up Kasuga from it, right? That absolutely looks like that's a Sengoku Basara reference. I can't tell if she's like singing or dancing. I think it's both. My man out on vacation at that point. Ass clap. Honestly, this one doesn't look that good to me. It's mostly, I think, like the hair in front of the eyes just is making it look like he's wearing a mask here. Salieri looks interesting, but this doesn't look significantly different from his actual form. So it makes it difficult to tell. Like, they do have a little bit more of the, like, eyebrows and almost, like, top hat look there. Like, it's meant to be more tuxedo-ish, but it just really ends up looking more the same. Oh, God. Kunoichi Astolfo. Yeah, that's... I'm not surprised in retrospect. Yeah, I'm not sure what their theming for a lot of this was. And I hate to say this, but I hate this. I actually hate this, chat. And do you know why I hate this? I hate this because this is literally Sherlock Holmes. I hate this because it's literally Sherlock Holmes, who is another character in Fate. Why didn't you just make a Holmes CE at that point? Like, why did you choose Amakusa? It just feels so dumb. Give the man a different outfit, for God's sake. Yeah, I do like the Andromeda one. She got them thick hips. Oh, no. Nice try. Nice try, Avalon. I saw what you tried to do there. I like the actual, like, colors here. And how festive this one is. The fact that they changed the dude's armor. And then there's Young King. Then there's Nobu, who we already looked at. Hokusai. There's Kama. So Kama's our only Sakura face, right? I would have vastly preferred this C had it been the third form. I've seen so many people say that this looks really badass, but to me it just kind of looks weird. It almost feels like it's like Jujutsu Kaisen mixed with Hell's Paradise. And then Kentoki just looking like normal Kentoki. Like, if I just saw this from like this up, I would be like, oh, it's just normal Kentoki. I would assume there was no difference in the outfit. Because with Kentoki, you just are like, all right, bulging muscles and typical face, check. Oh, I actually really like this. This is actually pretty cool. You got like freaking Yakuza boss like Oryu and what's his face? Mafia Don, yeah. And then the legendary. I like this one. This one's actually not bad either. Particularly if you're someone who likes Regend, I'm sure it's good. The Musashi one's just like, oh my god, dude. There's too many good ones this year. Like, it is definitely tempting. Because like I said, I know I'm going to be picking the Saber faces on NA. Oh wow, rare Sen no Rikyu art. I do feel like Sen would probably be a little bit better if they would get the like creepy hand out of her ascension form. Takasugi. It's basically boy band Takasugi there. I'm so disappointed in how they did Takeda Shingen. I feel like every iteration of him that I see, I'm just like, y'all are just going too crazy with this. Whereas this is badass. This is what they should have done for Takeda Shingen, and then I would have had more respect. Oh, it's so good though. She's so cute looking. And I think it just says mysterious here on the, yeah. Is that Fuma? Oh, Fuma with the little Kato Danzo dolls. That's nice. It's double X? Is it? It only says X. And it's got normal X's color scheme here. That's why, like, I mean, I could see it, but I would have been surprised if it were double X. Oh yeah, here's the Boudica one. I don't think I like this. I don't like it with the bangs down in front of her face. Like, I see kind of what they're going for, but this is probably one of the least flattering versions of Boudica I've seen them do. What is this face even? Like what face are you making right there? Girl next door kind of style? Yeah. Oh, this actually looks better than the previews. The previews made this look like ass, but this looks actually pretty good now. Like, I'm still not wild about the whole like purple on orange color scheme because it's just too fucking Halloween. But like the black like suit, the like Mecha Musume type suit there looks great. I actually like that. God, there's too damn many good ones. And then Dapper AF Bedivere. Oh, then we got a faker. It's such a missed opportunity, chat. Okay, let's quickly, real quick here. So this, okay. And this, such a missed opportunity. If you know, you know. Because they absolutely should have done her putting the finger to her mouth. Because she's Faker. And that's what Faker does. It would have been a nice acknowledgement of that side of things. It would have been a good pop culture thing. So they missed an easy pun there. But maybe they were expressly told not to do it. Actually not that wild about the like coloring on this other thigh that he did. But it definitely feels like he's trying to go like Jessica Rabbit with this, and I don't hate it. I do think it's nice. However, I don't think you're fooling anyone. This is definitely supposed to be another ninja one. Bigger. Yeah, I think I still prefer, was it Annie? I think it was Annie 3. I think the artwork that she had for Annie 3. That Mama Raiko dress is fantastic. Let me find it real fast for you guys. Minamoto. Yeah, this one. Like, because to me, like, don't get me wrong, the cut in here is nicer in the like pelvic area, but the leg looks like less warped here to me than it does here. Because like what I keep seeing is I keep seeing the line down this way and then the line this way, and it looks like she's like crossing up. That's my only issue with that, but definitely hot looking. And this is typical like Raita, where like his boob window goes like this instead of like for most people it's gonna go like that. His goes like down and then out. But that's always just how Raita has drawn. That's just his style. Thank you, Raita. Yeah, it's still a good scene. If there was not such other stiff competition here, I think it would probably be one that I'd be considering. Then Yui, and then another wasted opportunity. Such a wasted opportunity. I'm sorry, chat. Burrito Mart, obviously the Saber faces. Muchachi. Andromeda. UDK. Like we said, the Saber faces. Yeah, this one, like, that one's just disappointing to me. They went with, like, the less busty Ascensions in a lot of these, the less popular Ascensions. Chat, I think we're locking in the UDK one. All right, so I've got one other choice. Andromeda, Musashi, or Burrito. Oh, Andromeda, Musashi, or Burrito. Hmm. 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 Make a poll? Sure, I'll give you guys on Twitch a poll. You have 1 minute, chat. Go. Quickly. Fast. Now. Server outfit serving champagne? Yes. We'll let chat's instinct be the guide here. Uh I'm a burrito guy. I see. Not into chimichangas or tacos. Chat got Aurelia wet again. Muchachi. Ooh, that was close though. The difference was by 1. All right, I'll run one more poll. It's the lightning round. Andromeda's out, chat. Which one are we picking? Now the Andromeda pickers have to choose. Chat really thinks this will sway him. It might. One vote, damn it. Yep. I'm trying to see if the Andromeda people go for spite or if they vote with their pants. Missed first poll due to ads. See, there you go. You may have a shot since there's no Saber face. Well, there are 2 Saber faces. I'm just not picking them because I'll pick them on an A since there's only the 2. Oh, Musashi won by 2 votes this time. Chat rigged it, which is why we're going with Andromeda. That's exactly what chat expects me to do. So Burrito Mart or Musashi. Yeah, I feel like Musashi's is a one of a kind. We'll go with it. I will heed chat's advice this time. See chat? It does matter what you say. There is a difference. You might not think so, but there is. Her name is Musashi Miyamoto. Ooh, so sexy. Oh my god, yeah, my inventory. I need to like clear this out before. See, I really feel like they need to start just being like, hey, let's just do themed events. We're like for instance, where's my Kunoi Chi event, right? Like, where's my Attack on Titan-esque event? Like, just do that stuff. I get that, like, yeah, there might be some legal concerns for that, but that's why you just make it legally distinct. And I think it would be perfectly okay. Until it doesn't, that's right. Craig, not my streamer. How dare you? How dare you? Anyways, chat, we're going to end it here. It's going to be a short night because we're going to go raid my boy, Mr. Two Love Trouble. However, we're going to be doing community night on Discord. So we're going to be doing prop hunt and Gary's mod if you guys want to come join us. We may also do some other mini games. It just depends on how many people we got and what we're going to be doing up to. But if you guys want, make sure you get on the Discord as we will be heading over to Mr. Two Love Trouble. He's going to be covering and live translating the entirety of the JP news. And again, here is the Discord link. And again, over here for you guys on YouTube. I guess YouTube doesn't have a say on this. Yeah, sorry. I could not like run the poll simultaneously on both sides. I think I can do a poll on YouTube though. Have a good night. Yes. And again, like I said, chat, don't assume that nothing's going to get announced here on JP tonight. This is day 1 of 2. I guarantee you they will announce something. It just depends on what it is. So maybe we get like the first banner of summer. Maybe we get some other form of like really cool or awesome announcement. Maybe some quality of life. I do believe they have like a dev meeting tonight at some point. So expect maybe something to come out of that. So either way, definitely be interesting to see. But I will see you guys on the other side. Thank you guys for being here. If not, I will see you guys Sunday for probably anniversary rolls or something like that. So again, thank you guys for watching. Go give Trubs my love and have a good one.